All right, this is the Boys Sound Bad podcast. Just the boys today. No guest. That's okay.
Just yucking it up.
Just yucking it up with the fellas. We're going to have a good time. We're going to piece together an episode like we always do. Peter's wanted to start with a little article that he found that he thought was heinous.
Yeah, so ESPN came out with a top 75 of quarterbacks from the 2000s. Now, I don't have ESPN Plus on my phone right now, so I can't pull up the whole list, but On3 has the top 25. I'll just go through the top 10. Tell me if you think they're properly rated or...
So this is since when? 2000? Okay.
So if they're overrated, underrated, or properly rated. Number 10 is RG3. I feel like that's about right.
Probably about right. I would think so.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota, I think that's about right.
Sure.
8 is Lamar Jackson. I strongly disagree. I think he should be higher.
Higher?
Yeah. He was a highlight reel at...
Oh, so lower.
I think he should be...
Like closer to the top?
Yeah, closer to the top.
He didn't really do anything, though.
Yeah, I saw something about his stats, and he actually had a pretty good college career.
I feel like how good was Louisville when he was there?
I think he had him in the top 10 because they were a play away from beating Clemson when Clemson was like number 3, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Kyler Murray at 7, not really sure. Deshaun Watson at 6. The top 5 is...
Yeah, that's fair.
Joe Burrow at 5. I think he should be close to the top.
He didn't have...
Yeah,
but
he only
years,
had like
though.
1 year.
Yeah.
Is his problem.
Yeah, but it was arguably like the best season ever for a quarterback.
Well, I could do that if I had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson to throw to.
That's
Trev just huck it up to Jamar Chase.
Tim Tebow at number 4. I thought he would be higher just because
I thought so too.
I think he won 2 national championships, 1 Heisman.
Hang on, should we try to guess the top 3?
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one in my head.
Yeah, I got one in my head.
Okay.
Okay,
Cam
should we
Newton.
list them? Okay, that's a good one. So there's 3 left?
Yeah.
Cam Newton.
Yep.
Is he 3?
He's number 2.
Okay. I'm thinking, Trev, hear me out here, Vince Young.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Or
Who else?
Leinart?
No.
Bradford?
Yeah.
Bradford. Vince Young is number 3.
Okay.
And then who do you think is the number 1 quarterback of the 2000s?
Oof.
Cam Newton.
No,
He's number 2.
He's 2.
Oh, okay.
Number 1?
I thought it would be Tim Tebow.
My mind would go there.
Have we named him?
No.
Shoot.
He's in the NFL.
Let's think Bama.
Baker?
Baker. Baker is listed as the number 1 quarterback of the 2000s.
Can we look up Baker's stats?
He won a Heisman.
He won a Heisman.
He never
won a title, right?
No, never won a playoff game. So I know Burrow doesn't have the career stats that like a Baker or a Vince Young. I just think Burrow, he had like the best season ever. I just don't know how he's...
I guess he went nuts at Texas Tech, didn't he?
Yeah. And at Oklahoma. But you're also... I mean, he threw for... His senior year, he threw for 4,600 yards. Pat.
I want to know the reason.
43 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is.
It's tough when you're doing like... Because not all of these guys played 4 years. Not all of them started for 4 years. Like if Burrow played at LSU with all of those guys for 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, Burrow was in college and didn't even start, though.
Yeah.
For as many years.
I just don't know how Tebow doesn't.
I thought Newton would be one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you seen the stat where, like, I think nobody on the entire roster made it to the NFL except for Newton, and he led them to a national championship? I think they lost. Didn't he lose to Jameis?
No, he won.
Oh,
he beat Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of has a similar, like, story with Burrow, where obviously Newton started at Florida, went to a community college, and then went to Auburn. It is tough because, like, to compare like a Joe Burrow to Baker.
Yeah, just the timetable playing is just not there. But
I mean,
he has great stats. I just
15-0.
would not think of Baker as being the number
No.
one since 2000.
Bryce Young was at 20. A lot of the like recent Jalen Hurts at 25 is interesting because he did win a national title.
Mm-hmm.
He did get benched, but then he came back in the national championship game and won.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if there are any. Johnny Manziel was way too far down. He was 13. I thought he
I
would
would
be in the
think he would
top
be a little.
10.
I'm surprised I didn't think of him.
It's a very interesting list. It obviously got a lot of engagement.
I really wish we could see the reasoning for it all,
I know.
but we need a subscription.
Yeah, I mean, I have ESPN Plus. I just don't have it on my phone. So
That's right.
I don't know if it gave like a full reasoning. I think it was just the list.
Yeah. It's an interesting list.
It gets people talking in May.
Yeah, that's where we are. Maybe if I was a little
Maybe we
clickbaity
should create a
too.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should create a list. Just put it out there. Just heinously wrong, but
Just get some engagement.
get some engagement. Any Husker news? The baseball boys got close. They're feet away
Oh, yeah.
on that Max Anderson.
I thought it was
fly
gone
out.
when he hit it.
I thought it was gone too. I jumped
lot of
out of my
people
seat.
did.
The boys fought hard.
They
like-
fought it. It's kind of opposite of how the season went, though, because their bats let them down. Usually their bats were just carrying them, and pitching was terrible. Then the pitching stepped up somehow.
Mm-hmm. It is tough. We had to play it. Charles Schwab just
Yeah.
doesn't line up for our hitting.
And then the night game where if that was a day game, it's in the bullpen deep. But get a bad draw with having a night game. I was glad Iowa didn't win. That would have been bad.
Yeah, it's true.
Tough season. They did show some fight. Hard to be too mad, but just had to clean it up during the regular season.
Yep.
Too many midweek games that they just fumbled. And
Yep.
Is Bolt on the hot seat?
Not yet.
I saw on Twitter like some people think he should be, and some are like, who else are you gonna get?
Yeah, I think he's fine for this year.
I think he's okay.
See how next year goes.
Talk
Need a
to
new
the
pitching coach.
baseball expert Chris about that one.
Yeah,
I
It's
don't
the
know
same-
what Chris's thoughts are.
Well, he was the original one who said Bolt was on the hot seat, I think,
did he
like a month ago.
That's just Chris.
But that's Chris. Take anything Chris says with a grain of salt.
with like Husker baseball and even like basketball, football. There's always somebody out there you can take a chance on if you feel like your coach isn't performing to what you think he should be.
Mm-hmm.
You can take a chance on somebody, but like baseball and basketball, it's like we've got a good coach. It's not like that's not the huge like red flag. It's just pitching is not great, and when you rely basically solely on your bats, and then you have to go play in Omaha,
Mm-hmm.
isn't the best recipe.
You said a lot of guys are leaving pitchers.
Yeah, I saw somebody transferred today. A couple of different. I think I saw like 3 guys were transferring.
Yeah. I mean, baseball, it's tough to succeed here, just being in the Big Ten with how good the SEC is,
Yeah.
ACC, and then all the California, Texas schools. Like, climate's a big factor. We got the fan base. Fan base is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. I love college baseball, too. I wish it was a bigger thing in the Big Ten
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because I'm excited. I think regionals are this weekend. They're honestly so much fun
I
to watch.
love
I'm going to
watching
get into them.
regionals. Yeah. Who is Wake Forest won this year?
Wake Forest is one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recruiting in the Big Ten is just tough because you can go play at a smaller D1 school in like Texas or California or Florida, play all year, like never have to worry about playing in 40-degree
Mm-hmm.
rain.
Yeah, there's teams down in Texas that are like good, not good in any other sports, but baseball they're really good. Like
Yeah.
Dallas Baptist is like really good in baseball, just because I don't know. I'd like to play in Dallas instead of Lincoln,
Oh, yeah.
Nebraska.
There's
Yeah.
nothing worse than a cold baseball game.
Ugh.
It's just terrible.
Yeah, and then when we tie and then we lose to North Dakota State
South
and then
Dakota.
South Dakota
Yeah.
Yep.
State.
I mean, what did 2 Big Ten teams make it to the field, Iowa and Maryland.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I believe
And
so.
how many teams make it? 64?
Yeah.
Yes,
Only
that's
2
not
from the
great
Big
for a
Ten.
Power 5
No,
conference.
it's not at all. But
So it's hard.
Because it's a lot of just in-state guys that you're
Yeah.
trying to get.
I wonder if Max and Bryce are gone or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because can they go MLB?
I think so.
Because they were both juniors.
They both can, yeah.
Yeah.
Because for MLB, do you have to stay a certain amount
I
if you
think you
go to
can-
college?
Yeah, if you go to college, I think you have to say 3 years,
Okay.
and then you have the option to leave,
Yeah, I mean,
which could not blame them one bit if they left.
No.
I mean, they both put up insane stats.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Any football news? I don't think there is.
No, I don't think so. One thing about college baseball, Tulane,
Mm-hmm. Yes, I saw
bid
that.
stealer.
Yeah.
They were like 15. They won
15
like,
and 40, I think, was their
Yeah.
regular season record.
that's just not what you want to see if you're fighting for an at-large and then you get a bid stealer. You
Yeah.
don't really hear about bid stealers in baseball.
No.
Because it's usually just like the good teams win.
Right.
You don't really make Cinderella runs. They're just going to get shit pumped in regionals. I feel like.
Maybe the bats are hot or something. Maybe they found something.
Maybe they found it.
I did
If you
see
get
that-
hot in baseball, you never know.
Yeah.
Their like home and away records were both bad, but they were like 4-1 in neutral site games.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a
So,
neutral team.
Neutral team.
As long as you're playing a
you get to
neutral
Omaha,
site. Yeah, anything can happen. What
anything can happen.
if Tulane makes a run at?
Well, it's like
That'd be
when
hilarious. Everybody
Coastal,
would be going for them.
when
I'd buy
Coastal
a Tulane
Carolina
shirt.
won it that one year.
Yeah,
They didn't have that great of a year.
I feel like baseball's more. Actually, I think it's more fluky than like football or basketball. Because football and basketball, if you have more talent, it's hard to make a run as like a lower school because you're just gonna get out athletic. That's not a word.
athleticized.
Athleticized.
I don't even know
There's-
if that's a word.
You're gonna get
You know what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
If a team's more athletic than you in
There you
football and basketball, it's going to be hard to beat them
Yep.
no matter how much luck you have. Where baseball, you can just get the bats could get hot. And
Mm-hmm. Never know.
Yeah.
See what happens. Let's move into the down bads for the week. I think we got a couple good ones. Trev, would you like to start us?
Yeah, I got 2, but I think Jordan's taking one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My down bad is the city of Boston.
Mm,
Tough postseason for them with the Celtics and the Bruins. Both lost a Game 7 to an 8 seed. Both based out of South Florida, so tough for Boston fans. They were both. I think the Bruins were like the best regular season team ever.
Broke every
Mhm.
record.
Broke every
Points,
record.
wins.
And then just laid an egg.
choke.
Celtics, same deal, kind of. They were really good in the regular season, 1 seed, and laid an egg.
I was really hoping for a good Game 7 last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a little NBA and hockey talk. A little rarity for the
Mm. Had a
boys down bad.
chance for history,
Yeah.
and Celtics. I mean, they could not make a 3 for a lot of the game.
Time to put some more respect on the Heat.
Yeah.
That's what good coaching does. Spoelstra's insane.
He's
Mhm.
easily the best coach in the NBA.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy
I mean, they have good
Buckets-
players, but
Jimmy
They have
Buckets.
a lot of undrafted, like, good players.
yeah,
Caleb Martin. He
Yeah.
was from Nevada.
yeah, the must bus.
He's
Mhm.
getting a bag this offseason.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's a stud.
I think he led the team in. I think he led the game in scoring.
Yeah, I think he did. He was going off.
Tatum
Just did
rolls
not
the ankle
miss.
early.
That was tough to see.
First play of the game. It's not what you want,
Mm-mm.
but
Yeah, Boston's down bad. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad.
No.
'cause,
nah.
I mean,
They're always good.
Yeah,
Every
they're
It's
sport.
always
interesting to
good.
see what they're gonna like do because I think Jaylen Brown's a free agent or he has 1 year left.
yep.
Don't know what they're gonna do about the coach.
Yeah.
He's not great,
Mm-mm.
but he's okay. Like if you have enough talent around him, he should be fine. But also that'd be their 4th coach in 4 years. So how many
NBA
more?
is crazy with coaches though. They're not afraid to fire.
Oh,
Murphy.
yeah.
No, they just
Like Doc Rivers,
Doc Rivers
Doc
gone.
Rivers.
but also like he couldn't get out of the second round in
Yeah.
Philly. So that's another team. Like what are the 76ers gonna do? Trade
Harden's
Harden.
gone.
Harden's
He's
gone.
for sure.
I saw on TikTok people were talking about who would you trade San Antonio like for Wembanyama? Like, would you trade
Spurs are not trading Wembanyama. They're
If
not
they
trading
got-
that one pick.
if you get like a Joel Embiid?
No.
You still
Nope.
like Luka?
Maybe Luka, but
Maybe Luka.
I feel like you wouldn't trade like Luka, Jokic. Probably not going to trade LeBron. You should,
You should.
but I think he
I don't
also
think the
has a
Spurs
no.
would do that.
I don't know if he has a trade clause. If he has a no trade clause, there's like not a lot of guys you would even give up for if you're San Antonio. Which I don't know. You're kind of expecting a lot of a 17-year-old, 18-year-old
Yeah. What if he flops?
because he's like 7'5",
He's insane, though.
maybe 180. I think he's obviously very good.
He's a freak. He can shoot, dribble.
Kenny Lofton Jr. bodied him. There's videos of the USA playing France.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he just bodies him.
Yeah.
But also, Kenny Lofton Jr. is a big boy.
Big boy.
Thick boy. All right, good one, Trev.
Thanks.
Peters, what do you got?
Yeah, so my down bad is Michael Block. The block party
Yeah.
came to an end. So it was a feel-good story. It was one of those stories where, obviously, he's a really good golfer, but you kind of got the vibe of, like, I could go out and, like, catch fire and play really well. He goes on podcast and says, if I had Rory's length, I'd be the best player in the world.
Probably top player in the world.
Yep.
Probably shouldn't say that.
No.
I think he shot 11 over Thursday, 4 over Friday, finished dead last.
It's one thing to say that, but then you have to back it up.
Yeah.
You can't
You
say
have to
that
make
and
the
then finish
cut.
dead last.
Yeah.
But I feel like it got blown up too much because I've been there. I'll hit like 4 good shots in a row. I'll be like, if I could just keep doing this, I could be on tour.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And then golf's a funny game with your confidence because he played the 4 best rounds of his life in a
Right.
major tournament.
Yeah.
He's on cloud 9. Media loves him. He's a top guy. I see where he was coming from with that comment.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really hate the comment as much as a lot of people did, but then he goes and finishes dead last, so that
Yeah.
kind of really killed him.
I mean, I feel like the pressure amplified too because
Yeah.
he had no expectations going into that. Does super well. I'm sure the pressure built every day, but he was able to shoot well, and then going on all these podcasts the next week for the next tournament.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
feel
lot
like
of pressure for a
he-
guy who.
maybe should have waited a week to do all this, but also then your name's not as hot. Like,
Yeah.
but also it's just tough when you say you'd be one of the top players in the world, and then like you just can't say that. Like if
No,
you
just don't
if
say
you
that.
said like
you can say almost anything except that.
if I had that length, I could be competing every week. Like that's fine to say.
yeah.
Because that's just saying if I could hit the ball further, I could be a tour pro.
Right.
It's not saying you're going to win every tournament. You're not saying you're going to be the top player, but he'll be fine. I mean,
he's in another. Is he in this week's
No, it's some tournament in Canada, like the Canadian Open.
Canadian Open? That's what it is.
Yeah,
I think
like-
a few weeks he
Yeah.
got invited. Which they're probably kicking themselves. 'Cause they invited him like right after his PGA run. And
Well, hey, what if he comes out and gets a
If he
top
wins.
yeah,
five?
no, yeah.
if he wins,
If he wins,
go from 15th to dead last to winning.
that'd be quite the roller coaster.
Yeah. So Michael Block, I think the media, obviously, like you have to talk about when that happens.
Yeah.
When a club pro finishes in the top 15, automatically qualifies for next year. You have to talk about it, but also like he's obviously a good golfer.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubts about.
He killed it in all his whatever qualifier tournaments leading up to.
I think he was
Yeah.
like the Southern California like club pro of the year.
Yeah.
Like 7 years in a row.
He's a good golfer.
Yeah, he's just not gonna win every week on tour.
They talk a lot about length, and like he was saying how he was 50 yards behind Rory in that last round on most of the holes, and it's like, yeah, length does matter in
Yeah.
these majors. So Yeah, Michael Block.
Life comes
I
at
hope
you
he.
fast.
I hope he bounces back.
I didn't want him to be a down bad.
Yeah.
But also, like, we have to address
We have to
the
talk about
situation where if he would have just missed the cut, we wouldn't have been talking about him.
True.
If it wasn't for his podcast thing,
Yeah,
that
was
that
bad.
comment alone got him.
Which podcast was that? Was that
Bob
Meneries.
Meneries? Okay. I listened to his foreplay one and sounded okay.
It's just when you make the very confident, because he said it very confidently too. It wasn't a leading question like, do you think you could be a top guy on tour if you hit it further?
Right.
It was just,
You just have to back it up.
yeah, he'll be fine.
I have just a quick down bad. Saw a video today of the Buccaneers practice. Did you guys see
Yeah,
this?
I did see that.
Kyle Trask and Baker, number one
College quarterback,
college quarterback in the
2000s.
2000s. Just throwing simple routes, and they were throwing some heinous passes.
Yeah.
Not even close. I mean, if you're the Bucs, you got Kyle Trask and Baker, not the best options. Moving on
No.
after Brady.
Baker's
But
he's a good backup.
Yeah.
At his current state, he's a good backup. He can come in and win you games,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't probably want him as the face of your franchise.
No.
Like, probably should have traded up to get somebody because Kyle Trask is not good.
No, he's not.
He was very
I don't
average.
think he's the guy.
He was above average at Florida, but he wasn't great.
Mm-mm.
But
I love when those videos come out too because they could have just been having a bad day.
I
Like,
mean,
they
what,
could be
it's
like
like-
lighting it up the whole.
Was today the first day of practices? Or
I think
did-
OTAs started last week, maybe.
Yeah,
yeah, they're rusty.
it's just funny. Like last year, the
Yeah.
Tua throw to
Yeah.
Tyreek, it wasn't even close, and then the guy gets fired on
Bucks
social
might be
media.
really bad this year.
They could be really bad.
They were pretty bad last year with Brady. I mean, they ended up making the playoffs barely, but their division was terrible.
Yeah,
Now they're losing Brady. I think Fournette's gone.
Fournette's
She was
gone.
kind of washed
Ronald
anyways.
Jones gone.
Yeah, could be a rough
Uh,
season.
Julio's old. Godwin gets hurt every play. Evans is still there, but
He's old.
getting old.
You also need somebody to throw it to him.
Yep,
He can be good if he has a good quarterback,
true.
even if he's old.
So yeah, the Bucks could be bad. Could be down really bad this year.
I don't know who else you got to try and get somebody. I mean,
I don't know who you get.
that could be like their first throws of the year.
Yeah,
Like maybe they
it's
weren't
very.
No, you can't take it all from that video.
No,
Yeah,
but
like-
it's just funny when
Yeah,
the internet
yeah.
blows up.
Yeah, because you would hope that wasn't how the whole practice went.
Yeah,
But also, even if that's how you start out, it's still not. I
As
mean,
a-
you can turn it around, but
as a professional quarterback, you probably shouldn't be missing those.
because it was just like a slant, wasn't
And it wasn't like just one throw or just one of them was missing him. Both of them were missing him.
When
Multiple throws, really bad.
Yeah, I started watching a video on Twitter, and I was like, oh, this is going to be like Baker has a bad throw, Trask has a bad throw. I click into it, and it's a minute long. It's
Yeah.
like, that's not good.
Oh, it'll be interesting to find out how they do. Let's move into the BDB3 for the week. This week's topic is favorite Husker football memories.
Oh, shoot, is football?
Or we can do just Husker.
I went all sports.
Okay. Today's topic is favorite.
What else would you have done?
You'll see.
Oh,
I just did football, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
also
that's
just
totally
did
fine. You
I
can do
probably
that.
read it wrong. My bad.
No, I could have typed it wrong.
Let me see.
Today's topic is favorite Husker
Ha.
memories.
You said Husker sports
Okay, favorite Husker sports memories
that you were alive for and remember.
that you were alive for and remember, so you can't do a national title that you don't remember.
I was 6 months old when we won it in '97.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you want to pull that one, you can. Do you want to start?
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, I want you to start.
Okay. I didn't put them in order, but number 3, I'll go Nebraska versus Colorado, and Alex Henry hit that kick, the 57-yarder to win. Sue had that pick where he stuffed, I think it was Hawkins to the ground.
Yep.
Just kind of iconic. I think we were in middle school. It's the Bo Pelini era. We were actually good at football. It's kind of my first memory from that era.
Yep.
That's
Good
when I
one.
still remember where I was. I was in Clay Reimer's basement when it happened. Next, I'm going to go Nebraska versus Texas Big 12 championship. It's not my favorite memory, but it's just kind of iconic.
Mhm.
Same era, middle school. I don't think I've ever cried more after a sporting event than that. They put the second back on the clock. And then to top things off, my mom comes upstairs and tells me that we were going to go to the Fiesta Bowl if we would have won.
I remember you.
That was going
telling
to be
us
my
that.
Christmas present. I'm like, oh, geez, Mom, not the time. Read the room.
I was at that game.
You were?
Yeah,
Ugh.
in that end zone.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
just brutal.
beat.
First memory of heartbreak. That's when I should have just
picked a new team.
said, no, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe Husker sports aren't for me. But
Yep. That's a good one.
And then my number one's going to be No Sit Sunday, the basketball game against Wisconsin. To this day, I think it's the most fun sporting event I've ever been at. I think it really sparked my love for Husker basketball. I would argue I'm as big of a Husker basketball fan as I am football, which isn't super common around here, but I just love Husker basketball, and I think that kind of sparked it because that game, so much fun, got us into the tournament.
Yep.
Remember I started my first Go Big Red chant after the game.
Ooh.
I was so nervous.
How'd it
but
go?
We
really
were all
good.
there.
Good.
We were all there, yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of us were.
We sat in like the very back and then
Yep.
made our way up to the front. Got in the court storming,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Those are great ones, Trev.
Thank you.
Good job. Peters, what are your top three?
All right, my top 3 Husker memories. Starting off last year, Nebraska beating Iowa. Iowa had everything to play for. Nebraska had nothing. Iowa, all they have to do is beat Nebraska to get to the Big Ten championship, and we spoiled the season. Yeah, we didn't have a great season.
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't have a lot of great Husker memories because I'm not as big into basketball. So that is my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, this one was just kind of a cool play, the Kenny Bell block against Wisconsin. Just never seen a more legal hit that got called a penalty.
Yeah.
Just absolutely blew him up. I think we still lost by
Like 50.
50.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk
So,
about that, though.
No, but it was a cool moment. And then my number 1 Husker memory was Brian Reimer's touchdown against
yeah.
Oregon.
Yes.
I remember it was in this end zone that all of the student section was in, going crazy. Probably people were like, why are these kids going so crazy? It's just, obviously, I think it was a go-ahead touchdown, but then it was Brian. So
Yeah.
that's my number 1 Husker sports memory.
Those are really good. My top 3 Husker memories. I'm gonna pivot. I was doing all football. I'm gonna throw in a different one that I just
Nice.
thought of. The Nebraska baseball regional against Arkansas.
Ah,
We didn't win, but the atmosphere was just electric. We talked about it earlier. College baseball is just, there's nothing better than good college baseball games. And we went to a third game, and I think every game was good.
Yeah.
And you could just feel the energy in that stadium, and it's fun when Nebraska's good at baseball. I like watching that. Number 2, I'm gonna go Rex Burkhead's juke against Ohio State, in our big comeback win at Memorial. I think about that play a lot. Just he completely juked this guy out of his shoes, and I think that was either to tie or to go ahead touchdown. I don't remember exactly, but that was an awesome moment. I was there. A lot of fans had left at half. That was really fun to watch. And then my number 1 was the Ron Kellogg to Jordan Westerkamp Hail Mary against Northwestern. I was there. I've never heard a crowd that loud before. Then when Westy caught it, and it was just electric. Everyone's hugging each other in the stands. Just pure joy, pure bliss. Those are my 3.
yeah.
Those are good.
We need to get good this year.
Yeah, we need some more
So
memories.
fun when we're good.
Yeah.
It's bad when my favorite memory happened freshman year of college and just nothing. I mean, the Iowa game last year, but also that's just like a win when we were 3-8.
It didn't really matter.
When's the last
No.
time we've had like a meaningful game at Memorial Stadium where we're like had a lot to play for and actually played well? We
You
were
can argue Michigan
I was gonna
when
say,
Martinez fumbled.
I was gonna
yeah,
say
but we were
Michigan.
still
It was early in the season.
yeah. We're still off to a bad start,
Who
though.
was the last? Was it game day?
Yeah, but then we lost by 60. I left
Yeah,
at
but
half.
like that was like a
Yeah.
probably we had the most to play for.
Against Ohio State.
I don't know if I even made it to half.
Yeah.
I might have left before half.
I headed east at halftime. I
You
do
what?
remember that. Headed east, crossed the river.
Ah.
I'm like, I need something positive to come out of
Yep.
tonight. I
Yeah.
was so mad.
Any honorable mentions? Amir Abdullah's run against McNeese State.
Yeah.
It was just
Michigan State game back in the
Brandon
day.
Riley.
Was
Brandon Riley
huge
touchdown.
comeback. Brandon Riley touchdown.
When we fired Scott Frost.
It's a good
Fired
memory.
Mike Riley.
Yep. It's kind of sad that we can't
Yeah,
think of
it's-
that many.
We can
Uh,
rattle off the bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freshman year, I think we were either 5-0 or 6-0 and went at Wisconsin. I just remember because I was at the game.
Yes. Yep.
Me, Chris, and Keith made the trip, and then we lost in overtime on some bullshit call.
Mhm.
They didn't call it pass interference on Westerkamp.
Yeah.
We just got drilled.
And then I think the
Yes.
next week was Ohio State when we had game day, and we lost by 50.
Yeah. Trev, when we went to the Oklahoma game
Oh,
a
that was
couple years
fun.
ago,
Yeah.
should have missed, 3 field goals
Gosh, yep.
and a couple extra points. Should have won that game.
We need a
Not
good
a-
kicker.
Not a lot of good things.
No.
We do need a good kicker.
Alvano,
Yep.
Friend of the pod.
friend of the
Friend of the
pod.
pod. All right.
We'll get there.
That was good. I enjoyed talking about the
The
few.
2023
You guys see
national
why
title.
I'm not optimistic at all. I've been hurt too many times.
Yeah, but
I've tried.
Counterpoint.
Nope, I've tried.
Counterpoint, your mind has untapped potential for good memories.
counterpoint, we're due.
We are due. That's also true.
We're due for some good ones.
We're cursed.
No.
No. We got Solch curse off.
Yeah. We're good now.
I'd love to see it.
Tricky part is we might have the Pelini curse as well.
Maybe.
I don't know if we're ever going to get that one off.
I don't think he'll ever come back.
No.
We'd have to pay him a ton.
An egregious amount.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, roulette. And let's get out of here.
Yeah, shoot, did we get a number from Chris?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Cool.
Chris has 3.
Oh, weird one.
Let's put $100 chips on this one.
Yeah, I like that. What's this one for? 15?
I think 15 or 20.
15 and then 20.
Yeah, 15 and then 20.
I'm gonna keep going with 15.
Yeah, this is for 15.
Gotta do it.
I'm going to stick with 2.
Do I change?
Got a 2
Or
and a
not.
3.
Go away from the sun?
Oops.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I have to go 24.
Yeah. All right. Come on, just one time.
Gotta find 15. That worked for me last time.
Yeah, where's 2 at?
There it is.
Okay,
Two's
found
here,
it.
15.
24 is...
Come on, 2.
24.
On the opposite
Do your
side.
job.
Come on, 15.
Just do your job.
Come on, 15.
Come on, 24.
I'd hate to do it again.
Oh, 2. Oh,
Foltzy.
27. Foltzy. That was a quick spin.
That
yeah,
was.
it felt
It didn't
bounce at all.
That was dumb.
Have to
We
go again.
Have to go again.
Yeah, that was fluky.
That was really fluky.
That's the one where you say the casino had the magnet in.
Yeah.
All right. Again.
All right.
Yep. 20.
Where's 15?
Come on, 2.
Where's 20?
Where you at? There he is. Come on, just do it one time for me.
Bounce.
Oh, 15. Oh, a
0.
0.
Hill.
It's close to 15.
Another
Close.
fluky one.
Yeah.
One more.
One more.
For 20 or 25?
25.
25. Okay. 25?
Last one.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot to bet.
Maybe this is what the people come for.
Maybe. Come
For
on.
roulette, stay for...
Come on, 2.
24.
Not even close.
Oh.
Nope.
24.
Oh, my God.
No. Why did we go again?
That's for the child. That's why you don't go away from it.
Dylan's hurting. Doesn't hurt as bad when we've won, so.
lost so much money.
Yeah, that's tough.
Off a spin. Off a fake spin.
It's not even real.
Both of those, too.
Something you can't control.
The last 2 winners, we did extra spins.
Maybe that's your problem.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
You gotta cut us off.
I can't. God. Me and Chris. Chris hasn't won either.
Yeah. Chris is gonna be pissed. Chris hasn't experienced any of them either.
Yeah.
He just gets a text being like, "Hey, yo, $25."
That is just a crushing.
24. Shout out to my son.
Tough.
All right.
Anything else?
No.
Podcast awards are in like 2 months. Don't have a voting link yet, though.
No, not yet. I'm
What
depressed.
else?
I have nothing else.
Yeah.
Yep. We got nothing. Brain's empty.
We'll be back next week.
Gonna be a boring finals, I think. I know that's kind of a lazy take, but just don't really
Yeah.
care. I feel like Jokic is just gonna body.
Let's
Bam.
watch some college baseball.
Yeah. Tune
Yeah,
in for college
some
baseball.
regionals.
It's sure to bring the excitement.
All right. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast. I'm Dylan.
Peters.
I'm Trev.
Have yourselves a top 10 weekend.